In this video, it is finally 2CV engine rebuild time, and we're going to pull this apart and see exactly what's wrong with it. This is the engine that was hurriedly assembled before I went to Croatia, and it kind of survived that trip, but then a few years ago, was it last year even, it started knocking really badly, started losing oil pressure, so something is definitely wrong. We're going to find out what and set about building up a new engine for Ellie the 2CV. We're here with Colin again.
Hello.
Who built the engine just before Croatia in that mad panic. It was like 2 days before I set off for Croatia. And who also owns this most beautiful Austin 7, which we are hoping to see at Rustival.
Yeah, it'll be there.
Yeah, excellent. I'm looking forward to everyone else being able to see just how utterly fantastic this car is. So what's our plan today?
No idea.
Okay, brilliant. We're just going to dig in and
Yeah.
we'll see what happens and see if we can assess what is actually wrong with this engine. So I actually acquired this engine about 11 years ago now, when I got a 2CV with a spare chassis, and it had this engine sitting on it. It was wrapped in plastic. It had been stored outside, and it got chucked in the car because Ellie broke another engine just before the Croatia trip. Stripped a head stud, so the cylinder head was actually flapping about. So I had to dig this out the back of the garage, chuck it in, then found that the bores were water damaged. So we chucked the 652 kit that had been on the old engine onto this one and drove it thousands of miles to Croatia and back. So it's had quite a life, but I don't really know the history of this engine. I don't know how long it was sat outside wrapped in plastic. But as we saw water damage in the bores, it's entirely possible there's water damage in the actual crankcase. So we're going to do something I've never done before. We're going to strip this down, split the crankcase so we can see the crankshaft itself. So we get to look at the fascinating engineering of the 2CV engine. Right, oil has been drained, and look at this, actual power tools. Takes some of the effort out of it. So off with the manifold to start with. This is the manifold where the Pete Sparrow tuned the carburettor specifically for this engine. So it was definitely running well until the crankshaft failed.
To be fair, it doesn't feel very nice.
No. That bolt was already backing out.
Yeah, there's the thread on there.
Oh, that's not ideal.
Okay.
So yeah, we might be doing some thread repairing. They're an absolute sod, these, because if you don't get them in square, then they just chew the thread up.
Did you put this together? Did you actually do anything up, because it's all...
I think, yeah, I did it, because this was when I had the manifold that split.
Yeah,
I managed to blow a hole in that pipe.
Yeah, but these ones aren't tight either here.
I get scared of doing them too tight. But are they backing out? Yeah, actually that top one's backed out again, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not ideal. Yeah, let's see if that one brings any thread out with it.
Yes.
Oh, balls.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Aluminium engines, yeah, require a certain amount of care.
Let's do the... and that one.
Oh, marvellous. That's 3 of them knackered.
But Citroen were clever, and the hole in the manifold is big enough
Yeah, you can.
for the drill bit to go through.
Yeah, so you can tap them out
So we can
to
do
8
that.
mil, 13 mil spanner
Just
size.
put helicords in.
Oh, or helicals, yeah.
But we can drill that now before we take it to bits. We
Okay.
use that as a drilling guide.
That sounds like a good plan. Incidentally, this is one of Colin's other cars, the Morgan. What year's the Morgan?
34.
34. It has a very interesting, very manual wiper, which consists of this. And you just sort of move it back and forth and it does the inside and the outside at the same time.
It's 2CV wipers.
Oh?
Cut up and welded together.
Oh, brilliant. Is that your homemade wiping solution?
Yeah.
I like it. That's a most intriguing vehicle. Yeah, so the repairs are starting early on this one. Oops.
That's all right.
Anyone for chips? So while we've got the manifold on, tapping for a helicoil repair. Sorry, 3 helicoil repairs.
Yeah.
So yeah, be very, very careful with these, folks. Perfect demonstration of what can go wrong. Cowling is off, so we can see the barrels and pistons.
Remarkably dry, actually.
Yeah, getting the breather off now.
You've got one of those posh copper nickel pipes.
Yeah. Yeah, Cooper nickel oil feed pipes. So when you're rebuilding one of these, I think this is one of the things that's wrong in Haynes, is the torque figure for those is massively overstated. Yeah, you don't want one of these pipes failing, really.
Isn't that my oil cooler as well?
It probably is, yeah.
Those are the outers, because they're different. You know that, don't you?
Sorry?
The banjo bolts are different.
Oh, okay.
They've got different diameter holes in.
Ah.
That's...
Is that why they're a different size head size?
No,
maybe?
no. That hole
Yeah.
is the little hole, so that's into the head.
Yeah.
And then, hang on. That's got a big hole, because that's the feed out.
Yeah, you can definitely see the difference there.
But you got it right when you put it together, so it's okay.
Well, that was a fluke.
Right, and we want you getting the bits to keep on. Oil cooler. Fuel pump. I'm going to whip the fuel pump off and I'll find the oil cooler spanners.
Fuel pump's off. Clutch is coming off. Oil cooler's off. Getting it down towards bare bones. The little ratchet thing is not very happy. It's too cold for it. Okay, clutch off.
Leave the new one in the box. What are they? 14s?
There we go. Flywheel off.
Feel the weight of that.
Whee.
Right.
That's heavy.
That's the one we're putting on.
Oh, okay. Ooh.
It's not massively lighter, but I mean, you can see how much I've shaved off it.
Oh,
Shaved
yeah.
a slice off the back and shaved most of that lump off. The one on my car's down to the ring gear.
Yeah, you don't want to go too far, especially living somewhere with hills.
Doesn't matter. It makes no difference.
Really?
Yep. Ring Pete and ask him.
Okay.
They overdid it.
Well, we know which one's which, because thankfully you've written lighter.
Yeah. Probably so much crap lying around. You are 12s. Yeah, let's get the rocker boxes off.
Okay.
It'll be interesting to see if there's any metal.
Yeah. I'll have a look. These are another one, by the way. But don't overdo tighten these. I did that once, and then you just bend the rocker cover into the valve gear. It gets a bit tappy.
Is that metal or is that bubble?
Oh, there's something floating in there.
I'm trying to find a clean thing.
Metal doesn't usually float though.
White metal can sit on top of the oil.
Oh, okay.
No, they're not horrible.
No, we're not seeing a glittery bath yet.
Got Allen bolts in there.
Yeah.
A bit posh, isn't it?
Yeah, I think Ken Hanna supplied them at some point.
So
This is a proper hybrid engine. It's got bits of all sorts of engines I've had over the years.
how is it? A studded case or a bolt-through case? I'll see when we get there. And again, clean.
Just looks like oil.
Yeah. There's little bits, but it doesn't look very metallic. Right, heads off.
Off with their heads.
And we need an Allen key. There we go. Oh, yeah. Allen on one side.
Okay, yeah.
Allen's on one side and not on the other. Now we've got to find a tool to get them out.
Oh yeah, because these are, for Citroen reasons, these are completely unusual. Sort of oblongy sort of things, whereas this side, I've got Allen cap head bolts, which are a lot easier to undo. Oh, there we go. That is the socket you need. Because French.
The socket, like everything else, available from Uncle Roy.
Yeah, good old ECAS. Oh yes, it does. It looks like I've got the rated push rod seals in as well.
Yeah, well there.
That's another fun job of the way, people. If you don't get these tubes lined up with these holes and you tighten it all up and mangle up your push rod, never done that. Have done that once. Oh, that likes it there, doesn't it?
That's really in there.
Oh, that head probably wasn't leaking.
Maybe not. Oh, we don't actually have to take the head off the barrel, do we? Because it's going straight back onto another one.
That is true.
We've only got to slide that out enough to get at the gudgeon pin. haven't we?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Let's try that, shall we? Now I need to turn the engine over.
Oh, I was taking the flywheel
It's
off.
the thing which I said I wasn't going to do. Take the bloody flywheel off.
There we go. Out comes the piston.
Yeah, we can worry about getting that. I'm going to go getting the barrel off in a minute, can't we? Because we can stand it up and fill it with BDX and just leave it to sit.
Yeah, yeah.
And you've got proper circlips in there, which you can get out with circlip pliers. Doing exactly that job.
So I've got the circlip out so we can knock the gudgeon pin through.
That, because it's walking off the rings
Yeah,
at
yeah.
the moment. Moving very well.
No.
Because otherwise we'll have a fight getting the flipping rings back in.
Yeah, yeah, been there, done that. Oh, that's cosy, isn't it?
Well, it should be, shouldn't it? Because it's going to be tight in the bush.
Yeah. We just pop that ring out. Yeah.
Yeah. Pop the
There's
piston
our
out
piston.
now.
Yeah.
That's
Nice bit of carbon on top of that.
not too bad, actually.
Yeah, there's a few light scratch marks along there, but looks okay.
Yeah, same in there, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's what you'd expect, isn't it? It's been running. So,
This engine did 80 miles an hour on the German Autobahn.
yes. Now we need to make sure that that piston remains
Okay.
with that. And then complete the process over there.
Ah, no, we're out.
Right, okay, we'll just. No, I'm not going to just take the bloody barrel off. So much for trying to make life easy.
Yeah.
No support
Yeah,
there.
looking pretty good.
And support that piston just for the last whack so we don't break the flipping rings.
Voila.
Yeah, it's not too much carbon on it.
Yeah.
I think we'll leave the studs in here.
Do they like it there, do they?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's check. Just check there is a complete set of studs.
Oh yes, because what we haven't revealed yet is that we're not so much rebuilding this one as rebuilding this one. So this is going to be our new engine.
That one's got no studs in it at all, is it?
No, no studs. So we're going to swap over all the good bits from that one onto this one. Yeah, happily it doesn't look like any detritus has gone through the engine, so that's good. Right, we now got to the stage we can assess the state of the crankshaft. So what's it like? Oh, I think we found the noise.
That's the noise, isn't it? That's the other side.
Bring you in for a closer look.
That's the good side. There's nothing wrong with that. Tiny bit of movement.
Yeah, yeah, a little bit of play.
The bad side.
Oh,
Yeah, that's dead.
that'll be it.
Yeah. I'll pull the followers out afterwards.
Yeah,
Interesting to see the state of the followers and the cam and everything else.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
total unknown engine, isn't it?
indeed.
Right.
Oh, we'll keep digging.
Okay.
Oh, this is something I have never seen. This is a 2CV oil pump.
Doesn't want to come apart, so we'll leave it where it is for now.
Yeah, it's happy there.
Those two, that's the strainer in the sump.
Okay.
So we'll take that out and then take the bolts out and then we can pull the case to bits.
Right, so this is the crankshaft mains we're undoing. At the moment, nice big bolts.
That's everything all done.
Okay,
One there,
moment of truth.
one there. Let's see if we come apart. Moved.
Oh, there we go. Definitely see splitting.
Yeah, normally I'd take the studs out and lay it down,
Yeah, yeah.
but the studs are stuck. So, wedge in there.
It's like cracking an oily egg. Have we got some rags or something?
Run out.
Oh,
Yeah. Just bits.
aha. There we go.
And obviously, if you split it lying down, the crank and the cam stay in the
Yeah,
case.
that would be a desirable way of doing it. But the studs have been enough to pain for us. There is the crankshaft.
Yeah, so there's a bit of wear there.
Oh, so that's where the
That'll be
soup
why, yeah, that's why it's
sits.
leaking there.
Yeah,
But,
so you put a new seal on, it's still going to leak.
yeah, that's knackered. Yeah, you compare that to the crank that's in the other engine.
Oh, jeepers, that's mils of movement.
Yeah, no good. Feel the good crank. There's nothing.
Nothing, yeah, just feel something, but you cannot see the
Yeah.
movement at all. Wow.
So that's one for the scrap pile.
Yeah, unfortunately you can't really service these cranks, it's all pushed together.
That's the
Although I think, is VGS remaking cranks?
Burton did for a while,
Okay.
because I've got a Burton Recon in mine. So that's the cam out.
Which sits below the crankshaft on these
We'll
engines.
do a comparison between that and a reground one in a minute. So
Yeah.
a new one. And the followers. I bet you if we put a straight edge on that, it's got a dip in the middle.
Yeah, well, we can have a look, can't we?
There,
Yeah, be prepared for mess when doing this job.
well, it's not that bad, but it is. There is light coming through in the middle, isn't there?
Yeah, just a touch.
But it's.
Sorry, can't really see it on the
No,
camera.
I mean, they're supposed to be ever so slightly, almost imperceivable convex.
Oh,
So they spin. Well, you can see the wear mark, see where it's been
Yeah,
spinning.
yeah.
Because if they stick, they just wipe the lobe off the cam. That's got new followers and a reground cam.
Super.
So, yeah, all that is basically scrap. But there's not. That's on the plug.
Yeah,
But
that's a
it's
bit
not-
sludgy.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, let's be honest, if you get through the layer of oil, yeah, there's a lot of metal.
Ah. Well, it's got to have gone somewhere because it's no longer in the crankshaft.
No, so I think we'll, I think for now at least we'll stick with the steel oil feed pipe that's on there.
Okay.
Because that won't have any metal in it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But it's not as worn out as I was expecting it to be honest.
Yeah, well, like I say, I have no idea how many miles are on this engine at all.
The wear mark's really visible in that. There's a row of,
Oh,
get
yeah.
the light right, there's a row of circles on the,
Yeah, yeah.
because they don't sit square on the lobe like that. They sit like that, so that they're constantly rotating.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I'll go and grab another cam, and then you can see the difference in profile between that and what's in the other engine.
Okay. So there we go. That has been about an hour's work, and the engine is completely disassembled. It's easy when you know what you're doing. But yeah, so sadly some repairing of things to do because I broke stuff when I was putting this engine together last. Remember the manifold? When I put the wrong manifold on the engine? Yeah. Here's a bit of a look at the different profiles on those lobes.
That's what the new one's what they call a club race profile, which is not a racing camshaft at all. It's
just the standard they use.
Yeah. But yeah, you can see a massive difference in profile.
Yeah.
I don't know the measurement overall to know how much wear there is on that. And to be fair, it doesn't look that bad. Normally you start to see pitting in the lobes, but you can see the contact patches are tiny.
Yeah, yeah.
Base circle. Yeah. So
Lots of nasty, dark, sludgy oil marks.
Yeah.
That engine sat for a very long time, I think.
yes.
And then suddenly found itself doing 80 miles an hour in Germany. Whoops!
Right.
So the oil strainer we've just had a look at. Definitely some good sized chunks sitting in there. So thank you, strainer, for doing your job. Because we are easily distracted, we're going to fire the Morgan up. We've got this, just look at this engine. You've got all the exposed valve gear. It's twin plug per cylinder, 1150 cc. And yeah, look at the size of the push rods here. These are 2CV push rods. Here, they're like pencils compared to these meaty things. Wow. That is nice. We have got the door behind us open. We're not totally killing ourselves. Meaty. Nice. Right, back to the actual work. Helicoils repairs to the cylinder head that I managed to muller. I think I managed to muller both of them on this one, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, both holes in one head and one hole in the other head.
Oops. Might let you refit the manifold.
Yeah.
And that probably wouldn't have happened if I'd actually put the right manifold on.
Yeah, because you didn't slacken the heads, did you, when you put the manifold on?
No. Yeah, because you're meant to fit the manifolds and then do the torquing, aren't you?
Yeah, to make sure the heads are lined up.
Yeah. Oh well. I'd say lesson learnt, but it so rarely is. So we're cheating a bit because we're now going to fit the good bits to this engine rather than try and rebuild what we have. Sadly, I think a good chunk of the previous engine will be going for scrap, but we're keeping some bits. But yeah, skipping ahead, we're just going to fit the 650 kit to this engine. We'll start by just cleaning up the top of the barrel because he needs to have a very snug fit in here in the cylinder head, or you get fumes leaking past. There is no gasket, so it relies on a really good seal on the cylinder head.
Which way did I just say? Arrow there. That's the front.
Capturing this moment because this is the only time your bit of engine looks like a Dalek.
Yes.
There we go, one miniature Dalek.
Tiny screwdriver and try and wiggle that in.
Hopefully we won't have to piss about with ring compressors.
Yeah, can be nice to avoid that. I've definitely avoided it before.
Burton have been very nice to us with that big chamfer in the back of the barrel.
So yeah, Burton in the Netherlands supplied us 652 kit. We visited them on our way to Croatia. Jolly nice people they are too. And the town of Zutphen, where they live, is very pleasant also. I remember sitting in the square, having lunch, listening to a carillon. Right then.
That's suddenly easier look for something to support it.
Yeah. On with the 652 piston and barrel. There we go.
It is in.
Aha.
I need the home tool which we had out earlier and put away, and now we'll be able to find it.
This is why tidying up doesn't work.
You're right. Because that piece of hexagonal bar which has been ground down for knocking in. There it is. 2 CV gudgeon pins.
You need to colour coordinate them.
Yeah, like the bit up there which is special tools. And there's a big section in the middle of it that just says random. Because that's it. Chuck the circuit in and try and get that bloody oil control out.
Easy.
It is a lot easier with actual circlips,
Oh, just those bloody spring clips, which
Yeah,
is just
yeah.
a bent bit of wire.
which is what you get on standard engines.
And VGS.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So VGS is a Belgian company, I think, that does a lot of tuning stuff for 2CVs.
Really trick stuff, yeah.
They build the 720s, don't they? And they do their own 652, I think.
And
A 760?
760, 800 on a Visa, isn't it now? I think
800, crikey.
so. Yeah, I think Pete built a big Visa engine.
I really like the idea of hotting up a Citroen LN.
Yeah, I do like that.
A proper
Yes.
street sleeper.
Yes. No one even knows what they are, do they?
No.
That's the thing. Does not want to go back in.
No, real pain. So when you get the kit from Burton, it comes with the piston already in the barrel, but trying to get the gudgeon pin in without the oil control ring pinging out is a bit of a swine.
I think yes. There he goes.
Here we go.
The same argument all over again.
Yep, we'll spare you this one. It'll be much the same. Head back on time. Always fun to go about 600 different things to think about.
Yeah.
Like I say, most important is get those pushrod tubes actually into the block, and not nearly into the block.
Ooh, Not on all the way, but the barrel's certainly gone into the head, so that's good.
Excellent. There we go. Don't often get lathe action. We're just like this old Tony now.
Yeah,
We're just taking a bit off a spacer so the oil cooler will actually fit, because obviously it's quite risky to have the weight hanging off these pipes, so it's actually bolted to the block here to keep it nice and snug. We're getting ready to refit the fuel pump. Make sure this spacer is there, because if you don't, you bend this. Ask me how I know. I did that quite a lot of years ago on Pirelli, and I was lucky because I was able to get the bent push rod out. If you're really unlucky, you jam it right in and make a mess of everything. It's time for the nervous bit, refitting the manifold.
Undo the...
Which you do before torquing the cylinder head nuts. So we've got the cylinder head nuts are on, but not torqued up as
I'm
yet.
actually going to undo them completely.
Give it the best chance.
Give us the best chance.
And the bolts have all been cleaned up. A little smidge of copper grease on them as well. 3 of the holes tapped and fitted with inserts. It has to go well, surely. The first one's in and biting. Yeah, I think part of the problem is when I did the manifold swap, I didn't loosen anything.
Yeah. One doesn't want to go.
Force it with a hammer. No, 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 we're not doing hub nut engineering today.
That's the answer.
Oh, there is a hammer just there.
That's single bar 1. Which way does that want to go? Manifold needs to move that way. Pull the head down a little bit and see if it comes in line. There you go. That's better. Yeah, straight in.
Beautiful. Oops, getting distracted by windscreen wipers again. So this engine has had a bit of a life, because this was a 652 that Colin actually offered me when my 652 initially went wrong, and I was like, no, 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 I've got this spare engine, I'm sure it'll be fine. So really, it seems I was just delaying the inevitable. But the 652 kit was taken off this and has gone on another engine belonging to one of Colin's friends, so we've now put my 652 on it, and hopefully it'll be all right. I'm not sure exactly when we're going to get a chance to put this in Ellie, but hopefully not too far away, because I'm curious to see what it feels like in comparison.
Yeah, because yours had an unknown, well, a genuine Citroen cam, so it should go better.
We shall find out. Well, we're pretty much there. The cowling's back on, the carburetor's back on, the manifold, clutch, and the not much lighter flywheel.
Yeah.
Which thankfully tells me it's not much lighter. But it was on this engine before, and it will be again. So there we go. We've had a splendid day. Huge thanks to Colin for helping me engineer out this problem. We got the old crank.
Scrapping.
That's scrapping, yeah. But we now have a fully functional 652 engine again to go back in Ellie at some undisclosed point in the future. Hopefully not too far away. But yeah, thanks again. It was nice to have a slightly more relaxed pace today, because I'm not going to Croatia tomorrow.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, so
well, hopefully this one will last a bit longer than that one did.
yeah, let's hope so. I'd look forward to seeing what the difference is.
Yeah.
So yeah, should be fun to find out. But yes, like I say, hopefully Colin and the Austin 7 will be at Rustival on the 9th of March. So it's going to be a splendid day. But yeah, thank you so much.
No problem.
And we shall see you in a future video. Farewell.